Hey ma'am, and thank you so much for pressing play. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been rocking with me for a while, thank you. I know the holiday parties are coming up, the Christmas Eve service, the holiday galas, the plays and all of that. I got you covered. This tutorial, I did one side of my face using a sponge only, and I did the other side of my face using a brush, just so that you can see the difference between the application techniques with the different tools. So I hope you find it helpful, and yeah, let's just get into it. This is Tatcha's water cream. I like it because it refines my pores and it moisturizes my skin. This is the Smashbox Super Light Photo Finish Primer. And then in my T-zone, I'm going to use One Size's Oil Sucker because I get greasy. Like right here, typically, I'm just gonna apply it in my T-zone. And a little bit goes a long way with this product. So just be very, see, that's a lot. That's like the size of a pea. That's a lot. You really want to rub it into your skin because if not, it's going to leave a white cast. And it'll go away like when you put your foundation on, but first time I used it, when it did that, I was like, whoa, I didn't like that. But it didn't show up under my foundation and it didn't have any flashbacks, so I was a happy camper. This is my favorite eye primer of all time. This is the 24-Hour Extended Eye Base by MAC. Also with this, a little bit goes a long way. I just put very little on my ring finger. Gonna rub that together. And I'm going to put that on my eyelids and my eyebrows. And I'm gonna also put it underneath my eyes to help grip the color corrector and concealer that I'm going to apply there. Next step that you're going to do is apply some color corrector. This is the color corrector by Huda Beauty in Peach. For the girlies with the deeper skin tone, I would go in with an orange just because this would show up really pale if I used this shade for my deeper clients. So what you want to do to get maximum coverage with your color corrector, you kind of want to let it dry down a little bit, and then you're going to start to blend that out. You can use a bunch of different things. You can use your fingers, you can use a sponge, or you can use a brush. Lately I've been using sponges to apply my makeup only because it's a time saver for me. But if you're going to use a brush, I would recommend either one of these three shaped brushes. This is the Flawless Concealer Brush by e.l.f. It is a fluffy, very soft dome brush. I really like how it feels when I'm blending out my products. The other brush that I would recommend is Sephora's Pro Concealer Brush. This is their number 71 brush. I like how wide it is and I love how it's shaped. This is very comfortable when you're using it to pat underneath your eye to blend it out. I really love how this feels when I use it. Then there's the Morphe. This is the Morphe Concealer M132 brush. I just started using this. I don't really know how I like it. This is bigger and more dense than, say, this brush. Well, I guess they're the same size. But this brush is definitely denser than the e.l.f. concealer brush. You want to spray some setting spray. That was in my face. You want to spray some setting spray on here because it's going to help blend the product and set it simultaneously. Should I do half my face with a sponge and half my face with a brush just to show you the difference? Yeah, let's do that. So this is, I'll do this side with a sponge. And you just want to tap, tap, tap. Same idea with why I spray my brushes with a setting spray before I blend out anything, is so that the brushes don't pick up a majority of the product. I want the majority of the product to stay on my face, not in the brush. So you spray it, buff off the excess, not buff off, but tap off the excess on the back of your hand, and then you could blend that out. tap, 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 tap. Just be gentle with this area of your face. Okay? So the next thing we're going to do is apply some cream blush by Juvia's Place, and this is the one in Wild Rose. I really love how a coral pink blush looks on my skin tone, so I'm going to use this cream blush, and I'm using e.l.f.'s Putty Primer Applicator to apply it. Duh. Tap, tap, tap. It's super pigmented and you don't need a lot. Tap, tap, tap. 3 light taps is enough. I'm going to put it up here, my cheekbones, and then right where the outer corner of my eye. But you want to tap, 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 tap into your skin, the apple of your cheeks, and up. Sometimes I've seen some girls like put it all up in their temple, but that's not the kind of editorial look that I'm going for today. And why do people wear blush, right? Some people are scared of blush. Some people have blush blindness. I'm not judging either party, but the reason why I would recommend wearing blush is because it adds some warmth to your face. You don't want to look like a blank canvas. I recommend contour because it adds some dimension, and I recommend blush because it adds some warmth. Next thing we're going to add is some concealer. This is Too Faced's Born This Way concealer in Honey. It's about 1, maybe 1.5, dare I say 2 shades lighter than my foundation, maybe, but it's definitely at least 1. So I'm just going to put it right here and then right here for underneath my eye, just a tiny little bit. Okay, go down the bridge of my nose, my chin, and my forehead. Now, just to brighten my under eye a little bit, because I like it to be brighter than the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with Too Faced's Born This Way concealer in Taffy. Just a little bit right here and right here. That's it. Now I'm going to take my foundation color in the concealer, what's the word I'm looking for? In the concealer formula. And I'm going to apply that on my forehead. I'm going to apply a 1 dot here, 1 dot here. I'm gonna apply a little bit on the outer corner, a little bit on the outer corner, my jaw. So I'm going to use, this is Fenty's Matchstix in Espresso. Let's go to combo sign. I don't know if this is focusing or not. We just gonna have to roll with it. So I'm going to apply the contour from, what's this part of my ear? Is this the tragus? What y'all call this when y'all get this pierced? Whatever this little part of your ear is here, this is where you want to start your contour. And then you're going to come down about 1.5 inches, 2 inches max, okay? From here, and then you're gonna come down from whatever this part of your ear is. You wanna come down, because when you blend it out, it's going to spread. So typically you want it to stop right around there, right? But if you bring it here, then you're going to spread it and it's gonna come all the way down, and it's just gonna look too much. It's gonna look like crazy. You don't want that. I'm going to contour the sides of my nose to give me a fake nose job, and I'm going to contour my forehead, the abundant forehead that the Lord gave me, and then underneath my bottom lip to give the illusion of a pout. Remember, this side is with the sponge, the other side, I forgot that I was, or at least almost forgot that I was going to do my face with 2 different tools, I guess. I don't know. I almost forgot that I was doing this side with the sponge and this side with a brush, and I almost started tapping away. But we thank you, Holy Spirit, for bringing it back to my remembrance. Now, why do I recommend that you allow the concealer to dry down before you blend it out? You get more bang for your buck. The payoff, like the thickness, the opacity of the product is so much nicer when you let it dry down a bit. Now it's like, Linda girl, what happens if the product dries down too much? Then you just spray your face with some setting spray to moisten that. One time, that's it. And then you blend. This side is the side with the sponge. So if you need to add some more product, you can. You start off with a little bit and build the coverage as you go along. You can always add more, but if you start off with too much, you're just gonna have to wipe everything off and start over from scratch. And we don't have time for that. Tap, 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 tap away. So that is the one side that I blended with a sponge. Let's do this side with a brush. Same technique, tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. I am not going to blend out my whole face utilizing this tiny little brush. We are going to use a different brush. Just because the surface area on this brush is just gonna take me forever to blend this out. So let me just finish with this over here, and then we're going to move on to a bigger brush. To blend out the rest of my face, I'm going to use this Morphe. This is the Morphe R6 brush. It's a flat, dense brush, and you want it to be dense so that it will help diffuse or just help manipulate the cream product or liquid product on your face. If you use a big brush like this is a very fluffy brush. This more so is for powders. You're gonna be blending forever if you use this soft brush, whereas with this dense brush, it's really going to like help you manipulate the product. As opposed to this, you're trying, it's too soft. You're gonna be taking forever. So spray this with some setting spray and you blend. Going into the contour, you wanna tap, tap, tap. And I'm using the same brush because I have free will. Next thing you always wanna do is set your cream or liquid product with a powder. Now, I have the Laura Mercier's setting spray in translucent honey, and then I have One Size's setting spray in translucent honey. I like both, but I prefer to use a Laura Mercier because in my opinion, this powder is a lot finer than this powder. They're both finely milled. However, in my opinion, I just feel like the Laura Mercier's powder is a lot finer than the One Size. To each their own. To apply the powder, I'm going to use a triangle sponge. I'm going to dip it into the product, buff off the excess on the back of my hand, and then we're going to pat that underneath the eye. It's gonna crease. The product is going to crease because your skin has folds in it. It is what it is. Blend that out before you put the powder in there. And then gently tap that in. Press that into your under eye. This is just the first layer, okay? Pick up the excess off the back of your hand, go back and press that in. Now this time, I picked up the product, I buffed off the excess on the back of my hand, but this time I'm applying a bit more to bake. It looks really bright, but don't worry about that. We're gonna mitigate that with this pressed powder. This is a Shein dupe of the Real Techniques brush, but it is a pointed, fluffy dome brush. It's a pointed brush. The dome brushes are usually rounder, they're not as pointy. But this is the kind of brush that you want to use when you're applying a loose powder foundation underneath your eye to set it. I mean, any loose powder really, or pressed powder, whatever. This is a brush that you could use to apply a powder. I'm going to take the brush again, because remember it creased. I'm gonna take the brush and tap, tap, tap to blend out the makeup where it creased under my eye. I'm going to take this same powder, tap, 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 tap off the excess, and you're going to tap, tap, tap that underneath your eye. Pick up some more product, tap, 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 and deposit that under your eye. Now, I know it looks like I'm sweeping the product. I'm not. I am tapping this, and I am moving from left to right, up and down. To set the bridge of my nose, I'm going to use the tip of this triangle puff, and I'm going to, can you see that? I'm going to tap, tap, tap up the bridge of my nose. I know you're probably wondering, Linda, girl, what you gonna do for your eyelids? Let's set the contour, let's put on the blush, and then let's set the foundation. I'm using the bronzed palette in dark, and on this side, I'm gonna use a dry sponge. This is a moist sponge, this is a dry sponge. You guys see the difference in size? This is a dry sponge. I did not wet this. This is a damp sponge that I've been utilizing to apply my foundation, or my makeup. We're gonna use the round end of this sponge to apply the bronzer on this side. I'm gonna go into this color, tap, 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 pick up the product. You can't tap off the excess, but what you could do is buff off the excess on the back of your hand. And you're going to tap, tap, tap that gently into the spots that you applied your bronzer. Tap, 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 tap. Now with the side of my nose, we're gonna use the pointy part. We're going to ever so gently pick up some product on the sponge. I ain't never do this before, y'all, with a sponge, a dry sponge anyway. But I wanna see how this ends up. So tap, 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 tap. It's not terrible, I don't hate it. I'm gonna use the clean part of this sponge to tap, 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 and soften this up, cause child, not bad. That wasn't crazy. That wasn't crazy. That wasn't crazy. It wasn't too crazy. This side, we're gonna use a brush. I'm going to use this is a brand from Shein. It's a Manja brand. I don't know how to pronounce it. This is a contouring brush. It's their number 24. The shape of this brush is a fluffy, angled dome brush. Okay? A fluffy because of the width. It's an angle, but it's not a sharp angle. It's a dome a little bit. So it's a fluffy angle dome brush. That's how it makes sense in my brain. I'm going to concentrate the product on the heel of the brush because that's the part that is going to be depositing the product. See? On the heel of the brush, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to kiss it right here where I deposited the bronzer contour. Y'all know what I'm saying. Now for the side of my nose, I'm using this blending brush. It's brush number 7. It's the same Manja brand from Shein, but this is just a fluffy dome brush. I'm going to swirl that up in here, tap, tap, tap that off, and then deposit that here. If it's not enough product, if it's not enough product, pick some up, tap, 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 brush. For the blush, I'm using Juvia's Places blush palette in volume 5. It's like the perfect shade for my skin tone. So tap, 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 tap. Picked up some of the product. We're going to buff it off on the back of my hand, just the excess, because we're not trying to do too much. And I'm going to set it. Pick up some more product if you need to. It looks crazy on camera. Wow. Back of my hand. And then deposit that lightly, because that would have been wild. Clean side of the same sponge. And tap, tap, tap. Now for this side, I'm going to use that same brush that I used to apply the bronzer. I'm going to pick up some of the product. Tap, tap, tap off the excess. And we're going to lightly deposit that here. Apples of your cheeks. I know this side looks like it's a lot more blush than this side. But relax, relax, hold on, we gonna fix it. Now let's do my brows. This is the Makeup by Mario's Master Blade Brow Pencil in Brown Black. Your eyebrows are meant to frame your face, and they're supposed to be sisters, not twins, because your face is not perfectly symmetrical unless you've had some work done. Taking this same triangle puff that I've used to apply the translucent setting powder, I'm going to apply, this is Sephora's Mahogany Tan Neutral Microsmooth powder. I really like how this gives me an airbrushed finish, because the full coverage foundation press powders that I mean I still have them in my kit, but it makes me look a little cakey. This one, I really like the payoff, like the formulation of this product. I like it. So I'm going to put it here. I did my chin. I'm gonna do the bridge of my nose. And I'm going to do underneath my, oh, this was a brush side, man. Whatever. We're here now. We'll use this brush for this side. Sweep that into the powder. Tap, 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 tap. Now for my eye, I'm going to take Too Faced's Born This Way concealer in Warm Beige. This is like 4 shades lighter than my foundation. It's really bright. But I'm going to use that as a base. Let that dry down a bit before I start to blend that out. I'm gonna add some contour. This is the Fenty Beauty Matchstix in Espresso. I'm just adding that to contour my eyelid. This is the damp sponge that I use to blend out my concealer. I'm going to blend this out on my eyelid. Just tap, tap, tap. Gently tap. Tap, tap, tap. I'm going to use this same e.l.f. sponge that I used to blend out the concealer. I'm going to blend out this side of my eye. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. I felt like that disappeared a little bit on this eye, so I'm just adding a little bit more of contour on there, and I'm blending that out using that same brush. Using the same sponge, the same triangle puff, I'm going to pick up the Laura Mercier's setting powder, and I'm going to apply that on this eyelid. Tap, tapping motions. And on this side, using the same brush, let's use this side. Tap, 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 tap. And I'm going to tap this on my eyelid. taking this fluffy eye blender by e.l.f. I'm going to go into the bronzer, sweep, 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 tap, 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 and I'm going to apply that all over my eyelid. This is just a simple eyeshadow look. This is for the girls that don't like to do too much. Just want to look like somebody. They're not really into makeup like that. You know, it was a lot of steps. But take on top of eye, yeah. Now, please don't ask me to apply eyeshadow with a sponge on this side. It's not happening. We're using a brush. We're taking this brush and we're applying it. Sweep and just on the outside corner. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Now I'm going to apply some setting spray. This is just melting all of the powder products effortlessly, you know? Next, I'm going to do the eyeliner. This is Wet n Wild's Breakup Proof eyeliner in black, ultra black. So I just start off like this. I don't want to drag it out too much. And then I go that way. I am not dragging the eyeliner out as much as I normally do because I just want to do a little bit of a cat eye, not a dramatic wing. Not for this look anyway. For my mascara, I'm using L'Oreal's Panorama mascara and Too Faced's Better Than Sex mascara because I have free will. I love this spoolie. I like how it separates my lashes. I don't know if it's a, did they patent this like spoolie? Because not a lot of, like, I don't know if this spoolie is because of the formula of the mascara. I don't know if it's because they have a patent on this style of spoolie, but I like this spoolie for mascara because it does such a great job separating my lashes. This is a different spoolie. I'm gonna put on my lashes and I'll be right back. So my lashes are on and these are Priscilla by MakeupAndAMessage. And I really love how wispy these look. Like, these are so cute. Let's put on some lipstick. I'm going to use Makeup by Mario's Sculpting Lip Pencil in Dark Chocolate. And I'm going to go for some drama with a red lip. This is Huda Beauty's Liquid Matte Lipstick in Miss America. I'm gonna overline my top lip just a little bit. Not too much. Not too much. Soften this line of demarcation and blend it in. You could use your finger or you can use a fluffy brush to do this part. But I like how Makeup by Mario just gives it to you already. What do we think? What do we think? Do we like it? Yeah? I like it. I'm liking it. Anyway, thank you so much for sticking around. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel. I love you to life, and you'll see me in the next one. Bye.